Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi everyone. My team and I represent the current trend of halal tourism in Malaysia. But first, let's get know with my teammate first.
My name is Muhammad Abid bin Kamaruddin.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Abdurrani.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurulaina binti Saiful Azmi.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Ashraf Rania.
Assalamualaikum, my name is aqilah.salleh.
You all must be wondering what is halal tourism, right? So halal tourism is a subcategory of tourism which is Muslim families who abide by rules of Islam, and it's also known as halal travel or halal friendly tourism. So marketers need to understand Muslim travel behavior in order to satisfy their needs, especially in halal tourism industry. And for your information, according to report in 2019, the global Muslim travel market was worth $238 billion. Example of halal tourism is halal holiday, halal facilities and services, Muslim friendly hotel, halal cruise, and of course halal food.
When we are talking about halal tourism, Malaysia is one of the best spots in the world to experience halal tourism. This is because majority or about 60% of the population is Muslims. Besides that, Islam is also its official religion. Other aspects that make Malaysia the best for halal tourism is the influence of Islam in Malaysians. It is noticeable in many aspects of society and culture. For instance, this is visible in the media with daily reminders of prayers, or we call it azan, the provision of prayer rooms in buildings such as shopping malls, office buildings, and gas stations, emphasize on halal in food preparation and consumption, as well as the application of Muslim norms and practices in medical, educational, and financial institutions. Many Muslim festivities and events are also national holidays, such as the end of Ramadan, the end of Hajj, and also the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. And that is how Malaysia can offer the best halal holiday to local and international tourists, especially Muslims. And so we are going to talk about how tourism can be Muslim friendly. But first we have to understand what does Muslim friendly means. It is a terminology used to refer to a service, facility, or destination that take faith-based needs of Muslims into account. So when we talk about Muslim friendly tourism, it simply refers to a tourism segment that caters faith-based needs of Muslim travelers. Muslim-friendly tourism focuses on Muslim travelers who do not wish to compromise their faith-based needs while still enjoying their trips to the fullest. The needs mentioned here includes halal food, salat or pray, recreational activities with privacy, apparel standard, no non-halal activities, and others. In Malaysia, we have prayer rooms at almost every buildings with daily reminder or azan on national television and radio stations, and halal foods are pretty much everywhere. Next, we are going to talk about Muslim-friendly travel plan. This kind of travel plan is exclusively important for Muslim travelers as they are made to cater their faith-based needs. A travel plan that is Muslim-friendly helps Muslim travelers to have more options based on their needs as Muslims. This way, Muslim travelers won't have to feel forced to make some optional choices to stay in line with their faith. So when travel agents are making travel plans for their Muslim clients, they should put some things in consideration, especially on the safeness and freedom for Muslims to perform prayers and easy access to halal food. Therefore, they have to be trained to identify and supply halal foods to their clients and prepare suitable space for prayers at suitable time during the day. Going into the last point, which is Islamic festivals and holidays. As Malaysia is a multicultural nation, it celebrates variety of festivals with many public holidays including Islamic festival. The two major Islamic festivals celebrated worldwide, including Malaysia, are Eid al-Fitr, in which is celebrated to mark the end of Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha, or the Feast of Sacrifice. Islamic festival is known to follow on the days in the lunar Islamic calendar. Islamic calendar is a great aspect to make Malaysia's halal tourism even better, as it offers to mostly international tourists to experience the celebration regardless of their religions. Non-Malaysians can take this opportunity to be part of the celebration and understand more of Islam and why festivals are celebrated.
Thank you, Abby. Next, let's look into halal facilities and services. The first one is women-only coaches. As you know, KL City is the most crowded place in Malaysia, and to avoid the traffic jam on the road, they were using LRT. Unfortunately, the ladies will get into a very packed LRT along with men, and sometimes a handful take disgusting advantage of the situation and resulting unpleasant experience. Women-only coaches will ensure that female commuters are safe, especially during peak hours or peak season on the LRT. The second one is Islamic compliance in public areas such as prayer rooms in mall, and there's a Quran in there, and also a qiblat mark are provided in the rooms. Next one is providing a Muslimah wear. A female Muslim need to cover their awrat, which is their hair, neck, chest, legs, and also their hands. Example like Escape Team Water Park in Penang, whereby they will provide a Muslimah wear for female to enter their water park. And the last one is private ladies facilities. As a Muslim, we need to aware for female aurat and also their limitations. So the businesses can provide a private facilities only for ladies, such as spa or saloon that only for women, and also private sauna for women only. That's it from me, and next I will pass to Shuhada. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Fidaus. Now, Muslim-friendly hotels are also included under halal tourism. Do you know Malaysia is one of the top 3 countries in the world that lead a competitive advantages to attract Muslim travelers? There are several services and accommodation provided by the Muslim-friendly hotels in Malaysia. First is placing a separate swimming pool area for men and women guests in order to provide comfort to the guests. It's also to ensure that all guests get their privacy regardless of their gender. For example, Kelana Beach Resort and Raya Hotel and Convention Center Alostar provide a separate swimming pool area and separate timing access to the pool for their men and women guests. Second is positioning staff with hijab at the front of the house. Nowadays, Muslim-friendly hotels are becoming increasingly popular in hospitality industry. Muslim staff in hijab are assigned to the front of the house positions such as front office staff, concierge, and butler to deal directly with the guests. These can promote diversity not only in the workplace but also in the society. Kelana Beach Resort is also one of the hotels in Malaysia located at Port Dickson that has hijabi staff as their receptionists. And third, serve halal food and beverages. The halal standard for food is often misunderstood. Aside from the hotel being pork-free and alcohol-free, certified meat which is slaughtered in the name of Allah is also important. To convince the potential guests, hotel must provide certification from JAKIM to ensure that their food is safe to consume by the Muslim guests. Concord and Hilton Hotel in Selangor are among the hotels that have been issued the halal certificates. Other than that, hotels that include Ramadan buffet and sahur menu in fasting season for their Muslim guests. One of the example is the Majestic Hotel Kuala Lumpur. And lastly, supply special accommodations for Muslim guests such as prayer mat, prayer veil, prayer room, and Qibla direction is considered necessary to practice their beliefs. Hotels in Malaysia that provide this service include Mardia Hotel and Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre. Now, that's all from me. I will pass the next presentation to Ashraf.
Thank you, Shuhada. Now we go to the next points. Nowadays, Muslim communities are one of the fastest growing tourism industries in the world. With a population that is young, educated, and upwardly mobile, they are one of the communities that want to feel the experience when they stay on cruise ships during their vacations. Because of that, tour operators as well as cruise ships should strive to meet their dietary and religious needs because they are one of the growing demographics on the global tourism scenes. For it to be deemed halal, there should be no trace of pork on the hotel menus, no alcohol on the drink cards, and hotel and resort should have separate swimming and recreational facilities for women and men. In addition, travel itineraries should have built-in time slots for the 5 daily calls to prayer. In 2018, Dream Cruise set to announce and introduce halal cuisine option with Genting Dream, which is currently the only cruise ships in Asia granted halal certifications by the JAKIM. It feels like a rarity in Asia and Muslim communities finding halal foods on travel on a cruise liner because most of the cruise had surrounding with abundance of alcohol that surrounds the diners quarters and serve pork with exotic meats on the cruise. Under the regulation of JAKIM, the Lido, one of Genting Dream's most popular onboard restaurants, offer a dedicated halal buffet section for the halal conscious traveler. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner while providing an indoor and outdoor dining experience with a breathtaking view of the open seas. The chefs on board have crafted a series of halal-inspired dishes, including many popular favorite ASEAN and international delicacies, offering a wide spread of buffet choice to please the palate, such as honey chicken, sour and spicy stingray, and spicy fried chicken bean cake. Travelers can look forward to a cruise vacation with Dream Cruise to exciting destinations across the ASEAN and be assured of a variety of halal-friendly cuisines options on board Genting Dream. This is one step to meet the growing demand of Muslim travelers to field travel on the halal cruise ships, while halal tourism caters towards the needs of the halal conscious travelers by making it easier for them to find foods, prayer facilities, and alcohol-free activities. They also support those travelers to branch out of their comfort zones and feel empowered to explore the world, knowing that their basic needs are being met. From private swimming facilities where women can bath without men to disturb them and more than this. Dream Cruise offer the halal conscious travelers the chance to experience something completely different from the norms. That's all from me. Next, I will pass to Aqilah.
Last but not least, I will continue with the last point, which is halal food. Halal foods are not the new thing for the Muslim religion. In the Quran, it has been stated that it has halal and haram that must be recognized first before eating and drinking, especially visiting non-Muslim countries. Nowadays, the availability of halal food and beverage for Muslim travelers become an important issue and receive a lot of demand from Muslim travelers to destination visiting non-Muslim countries such as Japan that offer Wagyu beef for their Muslim travelers at Sumbayakia. Other than that, Korea is also one of the countries that offers special food by the various restaurant and halal festival every year, popularly known as the Halal Restaurant Week. Next, halal food also must contain halal ingredients and preparation. Based on Islamic law, the ingredients that meet halal requirements can make all foods and beverage produced in a clean condition and believed to be halal. The preparation also must be processed, stored, and cooked, which is allowed by Islamic law. For instance, the meat must be slaughtered by a Muslim with a very sharp knife, saying Bismillah just before slaughtering to state the name of God. The slaughterer and the animal itself should face the Qibla. The knife must also be sharp to make the slaughtering process expedited and not put the animal in torture. Furthermore, food and drink are forbidden in Islam. In the Quran, several lists are forbidden to eat and drink by Muslims because they can be harmful to the health of the human body. For instance, Muslims cannot eat pork, blood, intoxicating liquor, dead and domestic animals like frogs and snakes. All animals are carnivore with teeth, such as lions and tigers, and all winged creatures which have claws, such as falcon, also need to avoid eating and drinking. But nowadays, non-Muslims have been aware of all these kinds of non-halal food and drinks for Muslims, and they will not serve or offer that food to them. So it will be easy for Muslims to eat or drink it.
As a conclusion in Islamic tourism, compliance with religious observances is an important consideration. You should take into account aspects to promote a Sharia compliance Islamic heritage tourism products attractive to observance Muslims. In Islamic tourism, the awareness of hotel entrepreneurs, travel agents and airline agents about halal tourism is very important, as it is one of the major issues in the Islamic tourism applications. We need to re-evaluate the current situation of halal tourism to ensure it is Sharia compliant and identify the prospects and challenges of halal tourism in Malaysia. In addition, we need to re-evaluate halal issues in the tourism sector. Halal tourism is a form of tourism for Muslims who want Sharia compliant service, activities and facilities. In addition, at the stage of idea and thoughts, Islamic tourism emphasizes Tawhid compliance and Sharia compliance aspects at the practice, ethics and value levels. That's all from our groups. Thank you.